Hi, it's Neil from Mighty Little Green Machine. Today's episode, we're going to be turning up the pressure. We're going to be checking the pressure, hydraulic pressure at the blow-off valve or the pressure relief valve on my 2025, and then most likely increasing it. All the reading I've done says most of them seem to be shipped low anyway. It's between 2,000 and 2,250. I'm actually going to take mine up a little bit higher. I'm not saying that you should do this. It will void the warranty if they were to test it and see. But I picked up, on Amazon, this testing kit. It's a little bit involved for this. You can get, Ken's Bolt-On Hooks has a single one that's designed for these tractors. But honestly, I didn't want to wait to get it. I wanted to get it done. So I've got different size gauges, different size fittings, so it'll fit most tractors, excavators, things like that. So if I do get new equipment in the future, I'll be able to do it. It was like $77 for the whole kit. Comes in a metal case. The case isn't that great, but this holds everything. I won't use it that often, but at least now I have it. So now I'm going to figure out how to adapt all this to the tractor. So let's get started. So on my 1025R, when I did this, I didn't have the single point connector. So I had the 4 individual connectors down here. So I just put a male end on it and I connected into one of the ports and did it that way. Can't do that with the single point connector. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to use my third function. Now it came with all kinds of different adapters with different thread pitches. What I'm going to try and do is thread this fitting onto one of these adapters and then connect that to the gauge, and then we'll go from there. So let me grab some tools and we'll see what if we can figure this out. Okay, so it turns out that that one wasn't exactly right, and it shot hydraulic fluid across my driveway all over my wife's car that just went to the car wash. So that didn't work, but I found a different spot and I've tested it and it works. So we'll fire up the tractor and I'll show you where we're set at now. Then I'll show you how we're going to adjust it. So actually that one's not really that bad. That's at almost 2,200. 2,250 is supposed to be the max. I'm going to bring it to 2,400. So I got to remove this. You adjust this on the 1025 and the 2025 the same way. So the only thing is it's a little more involved on the 1025 to take this apart, because you have to take all this stuff off the handle and everything to get this off. Whereas this, I just got to pull 2 bolts and I can drop it down, and then the adjustment's going to be up in here. So let me get some tools and we'll get going. Okay, so there's 2 13mm nuts up under here. I should maybe, oh, do these spin? Oh, you know what? That's right. That one goes all the way through. I think this one might too, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see. I think so. Yeah, it goes up into the cup holders. Okay. Well, we'll go to plan B. Okay, if you look, this is where you adjust the valve right here. There's a nut here. If I pull my finger, see if I can get this thing to focus. There's a nut here that you put a wrench on, and then up in here is an Allen head. You're going to hold the Allen head in while you loosen the nut, and then you're going to turn, I don't know which way yet, the Allen head in while you hold the wrench to adjust the pressure. Somebody's adjusted this already, you can tell. I'm guessing it must have been the dealer. because there's paint missing off that already, and I haven't adjusted it yet. But let me figure out which Allen wrench it is and wrench. I think it's a 13, and I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you can see where I've got the Allen wrench. Now you don't make you take a very fine adjustment. So I opened it a hair. Okay, that was the wrong way. Get the idea. I'm going to move you back out here. So right now, I'm just under 24. I got to move my rat, but it's very, very, very fine adjustment. You don't want to just spin this thing, because if you go too high, you can blow things up. Okay. Okay, so it's now set to 2,400 pounds, which is 150 pounds PSI higher than max factory. However, everything on the tractor is rated to handle 3,000. So I'm not going to go any higher than that. That should give me a little bit more lift capacity, a little bit more strength on the backhoe. So let me go ahead and put this thing back together. Okay, so it was a 5mm Allen or hex head and 14mm wrench to do that. Again, I am not telling you to adjust yours over what factory is. I'm comfortable at 2,400. It's still way safe as far as I'm concerned. I think Tractor Time with Tim turned his up to 2,900 and he hasn't any problems. I'm not going to go that high. I'm really only 150 over what John Deere says is max. But unfortunately, I don't have time to test it tonight. We'll see how it does next weekend when I'm out doing another job. I hope you learned something today. If you have any questions, put them below in the comments. Thank you for being out here helping me with the job today. I enjoyed having you with me. And I'll see you next time on Mighty Little Green Machine.